Hey everybody, I'm here in Miss Annie's kitchen again, having a blast, and guess what I did this time? If you've watched this very much, you know that one of the things that she dearly loves is cauliflower and cheese sauce, and so I brought a huge head of cauliflower, and it filled this much in this pan, because Annie said she could probably eat the whole thing herself. And so I'm taking the recipe out of this favorite cookbook of hers, the first one, for white sauce, because I put this on, I use white sauce to blend in it with, I'm adding cheese. I'm going to double this recipe and add cheese. So let's get going. All right, so what we did is I took that big old cauliflower, cut it all up, filled up this pan, put in a little bit of water. This is a pretty big pan, so I probably used about 1 cup of water with it. And then my little trick, after many years of cooking, is to put a little bit of butter in anything, vegetables that you're cooking with water in it. And that, especially potatoes, keeps it from boiling up and all over your stove. So I don't know how many of you have had that problem, but a little bit of butter is going to stop it. So
I never knew that.
No, and it doesn't take very much. If you can see, maybe I used a tablespoon. And so the pot's on, the pan is on, excuse me, turn it on high, put the lid on it. When it begins to steam, you just turn it right down. Maybe 15 minutes max on that. You don't want it to get real mushy. And so now we'll get prepared to make the sauce. All right, the cauliflower is cooking. It should be done in about 4 or 5 minutes. So let's get started with the sauce. The recipe, I'm doubling it. It calls for 2 tablespoons of butter, and we're going to use 4. And it's marked on here. So 4 tablespoons of butter. We got to let that melt just a little. Once the butter is melted, we're going to dump the milk. No, we don't want to do that. Not yet.
Phew.
Yeah, almost a real blooper.
Yeah.
So we'll let the butter melt. And while that is melting, as soon as it's melted a little bit more, we'll put the flour in. Okay? This sometimes takes a minute or two because we didn't have the pre-softened butter. But it will work out. Okay? Now, this is going to be so good. And okay, let's check the cauliflower. It should be ready. Oh yeah, it's tender with just a little bit of tough. You don't want it all mushy at all. So it's just right. We'll just put the cover back on it. The burner's off. And then what we'll do is move it back here off of the burner while we finish making the sauce.
Perfect.
All right?
You're all right. Daryl, you'll have to pop in on this video with Mom.
Oh, cheese sauce and cauliflower. All right.
Goodness, Annie's favorite.
Mm-hmm.
That's all she ever talks about is her mama and her cheese sauce and cauliflower.
Oh, aren't we lucky today?
It's my
Wonderful.
favorite.
She's worked so hard all week long.
She
It's time
has.
to have cauliflower and cheese.
Time
Okay,
to have a reward.
there we go. The butter's all melted now, so now we just put in 4 tablespoons of flour. Again, when you look in Miss Annie's cookbook, it's the #1 book, and it's what page? It's 67, and I've just doubled the recipe. So I dump it all in, I stir it around. It's gonna get nice and bubbly. Ooh, that's looking so good and just right. You see how it's bubbling?
Listen, I remember when I was at home and you would have me stand there and stir that because you don't want it to set. You want to just keep stirring it.
You want
right?
to keep stirring it because it'll start burning. If you don't, well, it doesn't burn, but it gets brown. And brown is okay, adds another flavor to it, but I don't like it to get brown. So I keep it stirring. Now, this is where I'm going to add the salt in. This will be a half a teaspoon of salt. Left-handed doesn't work too well for me, but that's okay.
You're doing good.
I'm doing good. You know, I like salt. I'm gonna add a little bit more, which really made it a half a teaspoon. Now, a quarter of a teaspoon, sorry, of black pepper. All right, that goes in now. And then we're going to add 2 cups of milk. The recipe called for 1, but remember, I'm doubling it, so you can never have too much cheese sauce for cauliflower. Actually, cheese sauce is really good just by itself.
Yes, it really is.
All right, we got to get this thing bubbling again. I'm not used to Annie's stove. Okay, so here's our 2 cups of milk. You know what? I have to get some of these, Miss Annie, because they pour so nicely.
And the measurements are
And
on
the
the
measurements
side
are on the
and
side.
down in the inside. I love them. And they work for dry and liquid.
Oh, do they?
They do.
Oh my gosh. Whew, this needs you got to stir it up good. It's cooking fast. Ooh, look at me making a sloppy mess.
All right.
All right. Now, I love this, or a flat. You can buy these where they're flat for gravies, because if there's lumps, it usually gets rid of them. You know?
And I need one of those.
One of those flat ones. Yes, you do.
Yes, I do.
Whoops.
I didn't even. This is a sweet little whisk that one of my friends gave me.
Well, and it's going to work
Is it working okay?
well, I'm mushing it down a little bit so
Okay.
I get I get the flat of it,
Yes.
because that will kind of break up the little lumps that are have formed in there, but they'll be fine, I promise.
Okay. So what do you look for when you're doing this, Mom?
Well,
You're just waiting for it to get hot enough, and then it will thicken up, right?
it's going to start to bubble a little bit, and when it gets a little bit hotter, it's steaming up there pretty good now. I'm just going to throw the magic ingredient that we all love in, grated cheese. Now, Annie grated this from an 8-inch block, but you can buy already grated cheese, and it really doesn't matter what kind you use in here. This is sharp cheddar. And sharp cheddar is really good, but I have thrown in pepper jack, just Annie's brother says there really are no rules to cooking. And he's a great cook, and he combines all kinds of crazy stuff, and it's delicious.
Is that Tom?
That's
Because
Tom.
I feel like all of my brothers are really good cooks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're adding that.
I'm going to add it now because it's starting to bubble a little bit.
Got
And so it'll melt up pretty quick, and we will be done.
awesome.
Quick and easy.
Because when I've made it, I let it bubble up and thicken the white sauce, and then I add the cheese. So what you're saying is, you don't have to do that.
No.
And now I can see why.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because it's going to start thickening anyway, and then your cheese, you can bubble, that cheese is going to melt in there.
Yeah, that looks great. So I know you remember this because I've shared this with you so many times, but I loved this growing up. It was my absolute favorite. And after I had Shannon, Mom came over. So Shannon is our first daughter. Mom came over to help me, and she was like, "What would you like?" And I'm like, will you make cauliflower and
Cauliflower and
cheese?
cheese.
And, we've made this before.
Yeah.
And we've shared this recipe before, but you can't share it too many times, right?
No, you can't share macaroni, listen to me, cauliflower and cheese too many times. You cannot. And the thing I like about the recipe that's in the book for white sauce, you just can use that for so many different things.
Right. Which is why I included that, because do you want to tell everybody what you can do with white sauce, like for other things?
Oh my goodness. Have you ever had biscuits and sausage gravy?
Right.
You cook up your sausage gravy, and then you just add all the ingredients like you've got in here for your white sauce, and you've got biscuits and gravy, and it's delicious with that. It's wonderful. I like to make it with leftover, if you ever get leftover potatoes, boiled potatoes,
Right.
you can just cut those up, make the white sauce. Ooh, Ooh, that is so good.
That is so good, Mom.
Add a little bit of frozen peas to that, and you've got, oh, it's yummy.
Yes. See, you're reminding me of all those wonderful things.
Yeah, and then the other thing, do you remember this? We used to buy chip beef. It was called chip beef. And then you take the chip beef and a little bit of butter, and you just kind of brown that up a little bit, and then you add the rest of your ingredients, the flour, and it's a white sauce that chip beef is in.
Right, and then we put it over toast.
Put it over
you
toast.
would add peas.
Yes, yes. If I had them, I added them.
I have not made that in so long. I used to make that when the kids were little.
I know, it's good. Well, this is ready to pour over the cauliflower.
Perfect.
I know.
All right.
Well, we can either pour it over the cauliflower. No, that's a safer thing. I was going to say you can put the cauliflower in here, but no, let's pour it over here.
Okay, do you need me to bring this back a little
Please,
bit?
bring it back and
I'll
take
bring
that
it
cover
back.
off
I'm
if you
taking the
can.
cover off.
Okay, now all we do
my
is
goodness.
just pour this over the top.
I am going to share, but I literally could eat that whole pot myself.
And guess
It's a
what?
lot. I would be so sick, but just my tummy would be so full. But oh my goodness.
Well, we can divide it up because it heats up beautifully the next day.
That's so true.
This pot's heavy, ain't he?
I know.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, Mom.
No,
You
I got it. I
You
got it. I got
Okay.
it. I'm good. All right. You know, maybe we could have made some more white sauce. Who knows? It'll cover it.
It's going to cover it.
Okay.
All right, Mom. Let me I'll stop the video for just a second while we grab a spoon and then we can start stirring it. Recover your arm, okay?
I got it. All right. With the sauce in hand and the cauliflower ready, we just stir this up. Look, Annie. Yummy.
I know. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to try.
Well, get a little pot and I'll just give you some of this right now while I finish stirring.
Oh,
You know?
Okay. Let's
Get a
do
jump
it.
on it.
Let's do it. But then, okay, I'll have to put this camera down for just a second. Let me grab it. Mom and I are back, and Mom, you can just put some right here on my plate.
Just for the best part of this whole thing. Is,
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait.
well,
All
let's
right,
get a
I'll let
little more of
this-
that sauce down
Yeah.
there for you.
Yes.
It kind of went to the bottom.
Yes.
There you go.
Hey, everybody, look.
Yeah.
Ugh, so good. Okay, I got my plate, but I did not get my
You
fork.
didn't get your fork?
Yes.
You just wanted to start licking it off the plate?
Daryl, you're welcome to come in here. Daryl's peeking in. Come on in here and try a little bite. Oh my. Okay, I know it's going to be really hot, so. Oh my.
Bringing back your
good.
childhood? Is it bringing back your
Yes.
childhood?
Mom, you want a bite?
Oh, I probably ought to get my own fork.
Oh, you're
What do you
fine.
think? Wait,
You-
here's my own fork.
We share forks around here.
Yeah, we do, but you
We
know.
share forks. Do you share forks or not?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
You know, I raised all you guys.
Well,
what do you
I
think?
did. Yeah, that's why I'm like, why are we sharing a fork? Mm-hmm. Okay. Daryl, you're so tall, you need to get behind Mom.
Okay.
Because people can't see you.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, let me try this.
Okay. All right.
Let me get out of the way. See
Yeah,
how he
Daryl.
did.
Delicious as always.
Well, thank you.
Wonderful.
It's so good. I'm so excited. Daryl, don't leave because we'll let you be the part of the end of this video.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So everybody, wasn't that so much fun? Mom, thanks so much.
That was
really
fun.
I cannot wait to dig into this. All right, everybody. Before we finish up, we are having free shipping. Mom is here, and we just said we're gonna let Mom do all the cooking. Actually, make the videos. We're gonna let Mom make some videos because that's so much fun. And we are doing free shipping this week up until it's right over here. Up until Mother's Day, so you can order any of our cookbooks. You don't need a code, but that recipe came, like Mom said, on page 57. It's the white sauce back here, and you just add cheese to it. So that's it.
That's
just
it.
Go to MissAnnie'sHomeAndKitchen.com. Free shipping till Mother's Day. And we're just going to remind you guys to be
Stronger every
Oh,
day.
Mom's got stronger every day.
I do.
Remember that you can do hard things. Daryl, what do you want to say today?
Everything is figure-outable.
Everything is figure outable.
Yes, it
All
is.
right, everyone. We'll see you next time.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.